In this session, we'll be actually seeing about Gantt chart. So this is one of the most interesting charts where we can see. So the example what we are going to see is like we are having a data regarding when a project is going to start and its other phases, and when is going to be its starting date and the ending date has been provided to us. So we are going to create a Gantt chart for it. So, and the dates are also provided. So we have to find the duration for it before going for the duration to make a chart look more simpler. I'm I'm going to what to say concise my dates into a shorter form. So what I'm going to do is you're going to select this entire data. You're just going to right click and you're going to give format cells. Okay, so just give format cells, and I'm going to customize my data. So just give custom, and here you could see the date formats which are available. You can select any one of the date format which you wanted. So I'm just going to give any one date format, and I'm going to give in the type, I'm just going to reduce 1 em, which means my let us say if I'm adding 1 m, you could see the entire January appears. If I'm going to reduce it, you'll have only short form of the month, so it will be helpful when you're seeing the dates of the inner chart. So just give okay, so you could see your values have been, the month names has been reduced. So now let us find the duration of each and every task. So select type duration. Now we are going to find the difference between the ending date and the starting date. So ending date minus your starting date, select enter. So just drag it down. So you'll find the difference between your ending date and your starting date, or actually how many days the particular task happens. Now let us create a Gantt chart. So what we have to do is you're just going to select your starting date alone. So just select your starting date, go to insert, then go to recommended charts, then go to all charts, then select bar chart. In that bar chart, you're going to select your stacked bar chart. So stacked bar chart, select OK. So this is how your data will appear. Your data will look like. Now, let me place this chart here somewhere else. Okay. So now, if you could see for starting date alone, we have created the chart here. Now we are going to include one more parameter, if you see. So what are the parameters we'll be including in the chart is the starting date and the duration. So how are we going to include it? Is you're just going to select your chart, just right click it and give select data. So after selecting your data, what you're going to give is we're just going to add one more thing, which is the duration. Just select add. In here, you'll find the series name. So in the series name, just select the title duration. And in the series value, you just always remember this value should not be present. That is within the uh, uh, value, you should not have one. So just delete it. You're going to select this value. Okay, from 7 to 30, you're going to select it. Just give okay. So even this, you can cross verify it. How is like just select it, and just if you give edit, sorry, if you just select it and if you just give edit, if you could see in the series name this has been selected, and in the series value this should have been selected. Just give okay. So if you could see, this is how our value appears. Now what we have to do is we are going to we don't need the starting date, so I'm just going to give select, right click, then just go to the fill option, just give no fill. So you could see the values. This is how a Gantt chart, like an overview, it will look like. Now what we have to do is, if you could see here, the values instead of project kickoff, gather business requirements, it's being provided as 1 to 8. So we have to change this also. Just select it, just right click, Then what you have to do is you're going to give select data. And if you see in the start date, instead of like this value, it has been provided as 1 2 3 4 5. So just you're going to select edit option. So just select this entire value. So you could see the values has changed. Just give OK, then give OK. So remember, this is actually horizontal axis label, which it wants this side it says. So just give OK. Mm, Now what we have to do is again, like the values, if you could say maintenance, customer acceptance, all are in reverse order. So we have to change the order. So just select this table alone, this table, then you'll get a format access by double clicking. If not, just select this box alone, and if you just select it, you'll have this format access option, and there you'll have to select categories in reverse order, and you could see your values have changed as per your table. Now what we can do is we can just little bit further expand our table. Then one more thing what we can do is I need the data labels of these values. So right click it, give add data labels, and you could see the values which are being presented. So let me say I'm going to just expand my table here for your reference. You could see the values are started from 31st October itself, and it is going till 19 May 2022. So let us say if you see our table, our actual date starts from 1st Jan and it ends by 25th April 2022. So how are we going to change this value is actually you're going to copy your starting date here, then we are going to just copy our ending date here. Like it's enough, at least if it is the starting date alone, it's enough. Okay. So what we have to do is this particular value will have a number. This date will have a number. Why we are doing this? You're just going to select it, this and double click it. You'll find the values as minimum and 1 minute. So you'll find the value as minimum, a number will be present, and maximum, and again a number will be present. So these are nothing but the dates value which are assigned a particular number. So we have to find the starting date, first Jan's numbers value. So what we have to do is you have copied this cell. So this is actually 1st Jan 2022. So just select this cell and you're going to give number. Okay, so this is the value for 1st Jan 2022. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select it here. So the number for it is 44562. So just select it again, double click it, or if it's not appearing, again double click it. So the value was 44562. Is right, I hope so. So just select enter. So you could see the value has expanded from 1st Jan 21, then it has expanded slowly. So I'm not going to go for 25th April. I'm just going to leave it alone with 44562. So even if you want for 25 April also, you can substitute in the maximum values there. So this is how a Gantt chart exactly looks. You can just maximize it. Hmm. So you can change the values or the colors here, not the values, but the colors here. I'm just going to give a darker or any color you want, you can give it here, and even you can change the outline if needed, like to a darker color also. So this is how your Gantt chart looks. You can change by changing your colors here. And even the text of the colors can also be changed by just selecting the boxes, and you just have to give the numbers there and you just give bold, so your values will get changed. And similarly, like you can add your labels if you want. Go to chart design, then if you want you can just select primary label, horizontal labels if you want. So however you want you can just change it, and even if you want you can add your title here. I'm just going to give chart title, I'm going to give Gantt chart project, project details, I'm just going to give. Okay, so this is how exactly your Gantt chart will look. And that's all. Thank you for the session.